Oh, hey everyone. How you doing today? Having a good time? Or are you having a fun time? Ooh ah, ching chang, walla walla bing bang. Just chatting stream, by the way. Yeah, we're just chatting. Normally for this, I put it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Because even though I put it on Master Duel. Even though we're not playing Master Duel, we're making a deck for Master Duel format. So normally that counts. However, we've got a special surprise today. Possibly. Actually, I'm going to put it up to a poll. But first I want to get some music on here. 1 second. And I guess, speaking of music, I should let the people know the weather today. This is going to be loud. 1 second. Today's weather, we did Camel by Camel by Sandy Morton, and Knife Fight by Lemon Demon. Okay, how's that, chat? Can you hear it without being too loud? That a nice, reasonable temp? Yeah, so those were the two songs we did today, and the reason we did them is because I felt like it. I just felt like it. People only want to watch Master Duel. I mean, I guess we'll find out. We've got like 50 people here for the Just Chatting stream. Yeah, the first one was just like, it was the right time. The second one, I actually had an interesting dream concerning that song, but you know what, I'll tell you about it later. Remind me later if you're curious about dreams. I don't know, there's some people who are like, Joe, I always love hearing about your dreams because you have such weird, vivid ones. And other people are like, please, anything but that. But yes, today we have a special surprise, chat. Where's it at? Behold, the secondary camera. Ooh, it's like a hand cam. At the moment, all it's showing is my delicious dinner. Which, I don't have a knife or anything, I can't show. But this is something I've been trying to make recently. It's called mozzarella in carrozza. A fried sandwich? Yes. It is deep fried grilled cheese, essentially. Only... Dude. Yeah, it's sourdough bread. You get like the fancy mozzarella that you get at the store and you like cut it up. You put it on there, you put some, a little bit of seasoning. Maybe some other fancy things if you want. And then you bread it and deep fry it. Unfortunately, I don't think I quite did it right. Maybe not enough cheese. Yeah, all the cheese, I'm just eating bread. I'm just eating breaded bread. All the cheese is like in this side. There you go. Now you can see the delicious mozzarella. Oh, look at that stretchy cheese, chat. Delicious. Yeah, I think the cheese to bread ratio is off. I also think I needed to use a thicker bread. I think the sourdough wasn't quite as good. Yeah, there's a couple different recipes for it. I think next time I'm either going to try to get thicker bread, or it might be that I shouldn't have used panko on the outside. A lot of the recipes, like I did find one recipe that said to use panko, other recipes said to use breadcrumbs. Some don't use it at all. They just put flour and then they cover it with egg, and then they just fry it up like that. What do you call it in English, by the way? Toasted bread powder? Breadcrumbs? But yeah, I didn't set up this camera specifically for food cam, though. Although that is a nice little plus. What do you think about the policy requiring you to upload your ID if the AI thinks you're under 18? I don't like it. Obviously. I mean, I've been a long proponent of being able to have privacy, especially online. Not giving all these people your information. Whether or not, the thing is, right, it really depends on how the AI is implemented. Because this is the thing, the AI is not going to do the job well. It's just not. It doesn't have the capacity to guess people's ages. It can't even write a good sentence half the time. I don't know what makes people think that this can accurately gauge the age of people. It's literally just guessing. It's just looking at a bunch of pictures of kids' faces and a bunch of pictures of adults' faces and saying you're closer to this one. Oh wait, no, that's the other thing. This is like trying, it's gonna think if you're 18 or not based on what you watch on YouTube and what your like comment behavior is. That I think has even less chance of working. But the question is, in what bad way will it work? Will it do a bunch of false negatives where tons and tons of clearly adult people suddenly have to give their IDs because they decided to watch Skibbity Toilet? Or will it be absolutely terrible and just like only flag like 2% of users, even though YouTube is probably 50% like under 18? You're 20. I'm actually 31. You're right. You are 31. But yeah, the reason we have this here is not for the sandwiches. The reason is because if you missed last stream, Elestrals, their online client, is finally in open beta. It's on Steam. Anyone can play it. You no longer have to be a Kickstarter to try it out. Completely free. And I wasn't like sponsored to make that video. They didn't give me any money or anything. But A-Drive was like, hey, you want some Elestrals stuff? And I was like, yeah, because I still play Elestrals with my friends when they come over. It's a fun game. I'll always take free cards. So he sent me the Divine Champions Firestorm box. The big, influencer box. And I was like, well, if you're all interested, we could open this on camera. I know some people like to watch me open packs on Master Duel, and now I have a camera where I can open up the packs and you can see what's there. So that's an option for today's stream and why we're in just chatting. Because I didn't want to go into the as I said earlier, we're already kind of like iffy going to Master Duel with YGO Pro. I can at least be like, yeah, but we're playing, or we're making a Master Duel deck even if we're not playing it in Master Duel. But if I'm opening packs of an entirely different card game, I don't think I could justify the Master Duel tag. So we're in just chatting. I thought it was a food cam. It's also a food cam because this just happens to be where I set my food. So we're gonna do a little poll, chat. Do you want to see Elestrals pack openings? Yes, or no, and or later. If you're no, then we'll whether you're no or you're yeah, but I want to do the Mimighoul stuff first. You got the second option. You got 5 minutes. Oh right, I need to eat dinner. You're welcome. I'm glad I could remind you. The deck box behind you, a critter, what deck has it? I'm pretty sure it has my old Crystron deck. Let's see, we can give this a good test of the hand cam. You can tell this deck is old because the side deck has Spell Shattering Arrow, in case we run into pendulums. Forbidden Chalice. Oh wait, no, this is my UA deck. Even older. Where does the side deck end? Oh, is this just... okay. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, there's no way this is the full deck, because I didn't play Magnum Shield or Shadow Imprisoning Mirror in the main. Dimensional Fissure, Soul Drain, Macrocosmos, Battle Fader. I think that might be... Actually, let's just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Okay. So that's the side deck. Stormforth for the big UAs. Yeah, this was before Libro Spiker, I'm pretty sure. So this is hella old. Terraforming, MST, the perfect ass. Actually, maybe I should... I'm just realizing. Let's flip vertical. There you go, chat. Reckless Greed, Terraforming, MST, Powered Jersey. Oh, is the text backwards for you? Yeah, it is. There we go. I knew I'd figure it out one of these days. Yeah, it's like a decade-old list. The only normal summon you had was Midfielder, so you used Card and Reckless Dreed to get to it. Monarch Stormforth if you couldn't find a normal summon. Blockbacker, Rhoda. What's the extra deck? A bunch of 5s and 6s. Photon Strike Bouncer, Gaga Cowboy, Utopia, Ragna Zero, Cairn Gorgon. This thing was like one of those cards that was perpetually like, if you had a rank 4, you would put it in there, but you never used it. Black Ship of Corn, Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, Machu Mech, Durundle, Tiras, Shark Fortress, Utopia Beyond, Crazy Box, Volcasaurus. Yeah, I don't know where my Crystron deck is. Somewhere. Everything's like somewhere. UA cards, yep. I haven't played in so long. Also, while I'm here, I've showed this off before. We got this. BV sent this a while. Engraver of the Mark, but fancy! Isn't that just cool as hell, chat? Poggers. Yep, just sitting here Do I have any other fancy things I could show up front? Ah, my social security card. Always on hand. Oh, did the poll finish? Looks like 15 to 12 are saying yes. $15.12 was a good year, yeah. Yeah, give me a moment. This sandwich isn't as good as I'd hoped. At least reheated. I'll have to find something else later. You can see my nice carpet with the tape on the ground. Ignore the foot reveal. I mean, I guess if you wanted to see my coffee. To prove I have coffee. Hardleg has legs. Yeah. Some of them are hard even. Okay, looks like people want to do this, so let's go ahead. So we got the Firestorm Divine Champions. Good old Elestrals. And let's go ahead and just... Oh, look at all that shit. Shit out the wazoo. We got documentation. It shows you how to play the game at a glance. If you don't know, I already know. Got online resources. Very useful. Oh, this thing's actually kind of heavy. Here, one second. Oh, we got a little buddy chat. Oh, should we not put ourselves in the Elestrals tag? For opening Elestrals? Look, we got a little Flurmine. The little guy. Hello, Chad. How's it going? Critter has a new friend. I can't fit them both over here. Ride the mighty steed into battle. Oh. The problem with this thing is it doesn't sit up very well. It's clearly designed for like a shelf or something. It's not as good as the Chronodile, I tell you what. Ah, you just get thrown over there. They also gave us some delicious bubble wrap. Tape it. You really just want it there, don't you? Fine. It's taped. Are you happy? Are you not entertained? Also, it's not sure if you could hear those pops down near the microphone. Maybe I need to put them up here. How's that go? We doing Mimighouls? We are. Alright, so included in this, we've got 2 tournament packs. Ooh, Series 1, Series 3. We've got Firestorm. Just packs that got, like, cool shit in them. We, of course, got a whole ass box of Divine Champions. I just got here. Why do we have a hand cam? Because I'm opening cards. Also, I don't know, are there any mods who can change the thing to Elestrals? If you have the ability, go ahead. And we've got the newest thing they've got, which is the doubles starter deck bundle. This is the thing they're trying to sell with the new set. Is not just a starter deck, but because the game is new, they're like, what if we gave you 2 starter decks, and then you could buy one and give one to your friend or something? Then you'd have both. So let's go ahead and see what's in here real quick. It's got stickers. Ugh. I'm like, do I need to show this part? No, probably not. Alright, so we got deck number 1. Oh, is that a bear? Is that Majorsa? Major Ursa. We were playing this on the, whatchamacallit, on Clash yesterday. Didn't Konami used to do that? I don't know. And Majesty. Oh, is this also a bear? No, this is something else. And then you got a piece of plastic. It's like the water and fire ones, yeah. So it comes with that. It also comes with 4 packs of Firestorm. So not only are you getting the decks, but they're giving you a couple, like, you and your friends each get 2 boosters. So you could try it out. And 2 playmats. And let's see. I will say, they're paper playmats, but they're thicker than, like, the Konami ones. Like, this feels almost like construction paper. Oh, I see. So you got Hestia with, like, the big bear and everything. And then on the other side, it's got, like, starter playmat, where it explains all the zones and everything, and what all the different icons and stuff mean. I think I remember them talking about this, where they're like, if you need a paper playmat, if you're new, they're like, we assume if you need a paper playmat, you're new, so we got the beginner ones. But in case you needed to buy like 2 or 3 of these decks or something for some reason, then the opposite side is just an Elestrals poster you can hang up. I guess you could also use it as a mat, but they did them vertically, so that you could use it as a poster. And the other one has the same playmat on this side, and then the poster is Poseidon, god of the sea, doing Poseidon shit. Okay. So let's go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna save these because I'm curious. How many of you even know much about Elestrals? Like, I could sit here. You know what? Actually, we'll go through one of them. I was like, I could sit here and go through them and be like, oh, look, they've got all this stuff. But one of the things I was really struck by, at least with their first wave of starter decks, was how, like, competitive and consistent they were. So it comes with a little card telling you to go online and check out Clash or whatever. But, like, you get your one boss, and then you get all the spirits, all the lands, essentially. All the spirits you could need. These are all just the same. The fire ones. And then, yeah, Shield of Achilles. This is, what was it? People call it Mirror Force. It's more equivalent to, like, Sakuretsu armor. If you think of early Elestrals as, like, early Yu-Gi-Oh!, this is, like, a trap that removes one monster from the field. It bounces it back to the hand, it doesn't destroy it, and it does have like a pretty steep cost, but it removes everything. And so it's like a staple in a lot of decks. But it's not completely unfair because it only works when they attack, so if you have any kind of spell trap removal, if you choose not to attack, you can play around it. And they give you 2 of them right in here. Pandora's Box, that's familiar. Resting on Your Laurels, this is a one of. It's it's currently limited for being really good. Ambrosia, yeah, they give you 2. Okay, so it's not perfectly like competitively viable, but at least at the moment you wouldn't have to buy 3 of them, you just have to buy 2, it looks like. Yeah, and this is there's not really an equivalent in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have resources. So Compulse, yeah, it's kind of like Compulse mixed with Sakuretsu. At least the Shield of Achilles is. Ambrosia is like... So, if you don't know, the way that Elestrals works is that they do have kind of like a mana resource system. They're called spirits. You have a whole deck full of spirits. That's what I was showing you earlier. You start with 20 spirits. You don't draw from it, though. It's not like Magic or Pokemon where you have to, like, hope that you draw into the mana. It's just, if you want to play this card, you take 1 Frost Spirit out of your deck, you attach it to it, you play it, and then they both go to the graveyard. The thing is, your spirits are also your life. If you reach 0 spirits and then you take damage, you die. That's how you lose the game. When monsters attack, they don't deal damage to your life points, they make you mill spirits to your graveyard. And so Ambrosia is get 3 spirits in your graveyard, put them back into your spirit deck. So it's a heal spell, but in this game where your life is also your resource, it's like critically important. And also it can help certain things, like a lot of competitive decks will play like, 1 or 2 Thunder Spirits for like 1 or 2 Thunder monsters they play, and then the rest is just like some other kind of type. And oftentimes, like if you're taking damage, you'll put those Thunder ones in the grave because you're like, I don't have any Thunder stuff on the field at the moment. And then you draw into it and you're like, shit, fuck. But then you can Ambrosia and put some of them back. Sounds like when you start losing, you could lose faster since you can't use your cards. Yeah, kind of, but here's the thing. If you start losing, it's usually because your opponent has made a big push, and in order to make a big push, they had to commit like 3 life towards making a creature, and more than likely in order to get this out, they had to pay 3 more spirits in order to get it. So yeah, you're down to like 10, but your opponent's probably down to like 7. So if you can get something like a Shield of Achilles, where you bounce this back, suddenly you're on even playing field, because they've lost this creature, all the spirits attached to it went to the graveyard, and you're on like even life totals. So every deck is Malice, using your life as a resource, yeah. The life is also the mana. Which is why heal in this deck is actually really, really good. A lot of decks will play like 1 or 2 heal cards, because those are actually really relevant for helping you keep up tempo later in the game. Yeah, I got High Bear Nation. It's a bear card. Got some Frost. Cryoblast. This is also removal. Target an Elestral that is not Frost Enchanted. Until the end of the turn, it gains -2 defense, and if its defense is 0 or lower, it gets destroyed. So it's destruction for low defense Elestrals. Obviously, if you've got something like this, you lower its defense by 2, and it's like, yeah, I'm still at 11, whatever. Also, only works on non-Frost Enchanted. One of the interesting things, right, is there's a lot of cards like that that'll affect Elestrals that don't have like a certain type. In order to play this card, you need 3 spirits, but they don't necessarily have to be fire. You can misenchant it with other types of spirits, and it'll still be on the field, but its effects will be negated. So you can strategically, if you're playing this and you're like, okay, I don't need the effect, or it's more important that I have defense against Cryoblast than it is that I do this. So they'll play like 1 or 2 frost spirits and equip it with like 2 fire, 1 frost. It's still an 8/13 vanilla, but now because it's enchanted with frost, it has immunity to Cryoblast. There's a lot of neat little things like that. Like it's crazy where, and I don't know if this happens in Magic a lot, but oftentimes in Elestrals, your sideboard will have like other mana in it. In case like, oh, I'm against a water deck, they have that spell that turns everything to defense unless it has water. So they will side in like 3 or 4 water mana to equip to cards when they read that you have the tsunami. It's really neat in that way. Blizzard, this is just Night Beam. While this is on a chain, players cannot cast counter runes. Those are traps, essentially. Target and destroy a face-down rune. Misenchanting or extra enchanting, yeah. Don't poke the bear. Give you 2 of those. Ursaden. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, to be fair, at least the deck that I've seen only plays 1 of these, so giving you 2 is a little redundant. Do they give you? They give you 2 of the Divine Runes. These are really hard to pull. At least they were in the earlier sets. Glaciursa. I wish this thing would, Can I get it? Ah, there we go. Abominursa. You could see... Look at that little guy. He's just a little bear. He's just having bear times. Ursicle. Lavalith, nice. Yeah, so this is... It's fire deck, but it's fire and frost, and it's themed around bears. Bears specifically. Love the bear puns. Okay. And I could show you the other deck, but again, I don't want to spend all day on this. So what I'm going to do instead is... I'm just going to open the box. We've got a bunch of extra packs. I'm actually going to save those for, again, because the reason I was, like, accepting these, even though I don't play in, I don't go to, like, tournaments or anything, is because I invite my friends over and I'm like, you want to play some Elestrals? It's really easy to grasp once you get the beginnings of it. So you could sit down with like the two starter decks, have them open a couple packs. This dang sticker. There we go. Okay. Open us up a box. What the heck is this? Is this just like the little card that like gives you information? Oh. No, it's also got a full art. I don't know if this is random or not. Shiny as heck though. It's the same art from the poster. While Poseidon is enchanted and this Majesty is in attack position, spirits enchanting Elestrals are water instead of their original element. You can return 2 water from your underworld to the spirit deck if this Majesty is in defense position. Ah, okay. Huh. Interesting. So this is essentially a big floodgate monster. At least if I'm reading this correctly. It says all the spirits on your opponent's monsters are treated as water. So if they aren't playing water too, then their effects are negated. Granted, it's only got 6 attack. Not very high. And a 3-drop is, like, really hard to get out. But if it's in defense position, if you just sit on it, then every turn you get to heal 2 water. But yeah, one of the neat things also about this, if you're interested in getting into this game, it's incredibly cheap. Because pretty much every card you could want to get is in common rarity. How they try to what's the word? Like, obviously there's still like a gambling element to it. You're still getting rare cards, but they're always variations of cards. Like, none of the boss monsters only come in this rarity. Like, all the boss monsters are common, and then you can pull these, like, shiny-ass, full-art, holographic versions of them. So, if you just want to play, cheap as hell. If you want to foil out your entire deck, expensive as shit. Like Yu-Gi-Oh? Not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't the OCG does that? In Yu-Gi-Oh, especially in the TCG, oftentimes your like SP Little Knight is a $60 card because it only comes in secret rare. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm super saying? TCG boosts, yeah. All right, so let's get you a couple packs here. You gamble for aesthetic rather than staples. Exactly. All right. Cock-a-doodle-doo? Come on, focus. Oh, it's like a little bird. When this card is sent from your field or deck to your underworld, which is essentially your graveyard, you can suppress a card on the field until the next turn. Suppress is like negated. It's weird. They use negated specifically for, like, if an effect activates and you do something in response, then you negate it. Suppressing is like its effects can no longer activate. But if they're already, like, if your opponent does something and somehow this chained to it, it wouldn't stop that. Suppressing it just means it can't activate anymore after that. It's a cockatrice, yeah. Nimbug. When you normal cast this, you could search your deck for a Folio, Forest, a Charcoon, or a Flameoth and add it to your hand. And yeah, this is one of the neat things they do. You know, obviously in Yu-Gi-Oh, we've got cards that search like a specific type, or cards that search a specific archetype. But this will give you like 3 specific cards to work with, because the text boxes are so simple still. And so this is like, this one specifically, I don't know if this is used, but there's a couple of them that, like, they're used in like what was it? It's not as though you would play all 3 of those cards in one strategy, but it becomes a staple in 3 different strategies. Doesn't Elestrals have a virtual game now? Yes. They just launched Tuesday, actually. Well, it keeps unfocusing for some reason. Kite Might, yeah, I'm not going to read all these. Another bear. Frigicub. You can return a blizzard from your underworld to your hand. That's the Night Beam. Get Night Beam back. Shiverroar. Like a Void. Torch of Hestia. Brumalinx, the champion of Kione. Cast this, search your deck for a Mountains of Boreas or a Blizzard. Yeah, so Mountains of Boreas is the field spell for Frost, and Blizzard is MST. Or, I'm sorry, it's Night Beam. You gonna play it on stream? I did on Tuesday, I'll probably do it again. Yep, and every pack comes with 1 spirit. 1 mana, essentially. Okay. We're gonna do this a lot faster. Kione is a bitch. Rude. We ain't gonna stop on everything. Although, is that a fucking bunny? Look at that bunny. Bunnings. Soul Bell. Yeah, this is the Solar. This is my favorite deck. When this is foretold by Apollo's effect, you could special cast it. That's actually pretty good. Plucky champion. Yeah, and that's another thing they do is that already, like, this is, I believe, the 5th set, is, like, they already have a card just called Sobel, but this is, like, an alternate version of it. The Champion of Apollo. When you normal cast this, you can search your deck for Lyre of Apollo added to your hand. When you cast a Solar Rune, you can return 1 Solar from your Underworld to your Spirit deck. Nice. Werepup. Nemistar. Anvil of Hephaestus. The Caduceus of Hermes. Talaria of Hermes? I don't even know. I guess that's the shoes. The Soulstocks champion. When you cast this, search your deck for a Sobel, put it on top of your deck. You can expend 1 Solar to return a Divine Rune to its owner's hand. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Again, we saw the Sobel was like, if it's foretold, basically... Oh, what's the word in Yu-Gi-Oh? Where you, like, look at the top cards of your deck and then find one? The Excavate, yeah. Foretell is essentially Excavate. You reveal the top, you show, and then if something happens. And the Solar is all like... Yeah, if you excavate this, you can summon it. And then the other one was like, if you summon this, you can put one on top of your deck, so then you know what you're going to excavate. Arachne's Lair. Is that Folio Forest? Stadium. So it's a field spell. Opponents must expend 2 extra in order to play Stadium Runes. So Stadium Runes cost 3 instead of 1. Reforge, Hibernation, Cryon, Sirocco of Notice. Until the next turn, players must also expend 2 in order to declare an attack with an Elestral that is not Wind or Fire enchanted. It's Toll! It's Toll as a trap card, but only for 1 turn. Monsoon of Eurus? Enchant up to 2 in any combination of wind and water to your field. Suppress each face-up card that is not wind or water enchanted. I love burn. Ooh, Tarot Star. Shiny as fuck. You can Nexus up to 3 lunar. When a player Nexuses, an opponent must expend 1 for each card that received 1 in a Nex. Ooh, okay. So we got all burn cards in like that. Shiny. Taxes. Do they have black wings? I'm sure there are birds with black wings in here. We got another bunny. We got another Sobel. Plucky. Werepup. We got the... Oh, I guess that's the less evolved form. Voltempest. Okay. Sirocco. Arachne. Folio. Reforge. High Bear. Elechic, Champion of Zeus. I believe this is banned. The original version is banned. The Champion of Zeus is not. When this declares an attack, you can give it +1 for each Thunder Enchanting Zeus on the field. Oh, yeah. So this thing can get up to, like, 7 attack, which is kind of crazy for a 1-drop. Assuming you have Zeus. The Lyre of Apollo. All empowered Elestrals gain... Oh, their attack and defense are swapped. All your Champion of Apollo Elestrals gain +2/+2. Nice. Panzer. Ooh. Shiny Poseidon. I already have many Poseidons, but now I have a shiny one. Yeah, and I don't know if these are worth anything. Someone can tell me. I think it's mostly just the, like, Stellars and Full Arts and Reverse Stellars. Elestrals has been going on for a few years right now. I think it just entered its, like, 2nd year or 3rd year. Come on. Come on. How close do I have to get before this thing is like, oh, I should be the up close? Okay, there we go. Ignectar. Sluggle. Veritaqua. Harpy. That ain't no lady. Sirocco. Monsoon. Minister. Ooh. Now there's a big old full art. Parkney. It's normal cast with 2 wind. Oh, it can be normal cast with 2 wind if Arachne's lair is enchanted. So basically, this can be... This would normally take like a tribute, essentially. But you can tribute it without... or you can normal summon it without tribute if you have that specific card. They have Zeus, yeah. Yeah, and everything here is just like Greek. Spark it, escape from Tartarus. Oh yeah, this is another neat... Again, they have these little subtitles. Spark it was, I believe, one of the first cards that got banned. It had like some kind of hand removal effect, I think. See, when you normal cast this, you can look at 2 random cards in your opponent's hand, discard 1 of them. You can Nexus up to 2, yeah. So there was the original one had a thing where you could like loop it and you could loop your opponent's entire hand. So, and again, going with the Greek list, Tartarus is the closest thing ancient Greek mythology has to hell. So that's when they say it's banned, it's locked in Tartarus. And they release a basically an errated version of it that has the same effect but balanced, and they call it the Escape from Tartarus version. What does Nexus mean? Nexus is when you move a spirit from one card to another card. There's a lot of effects. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that gain an effect when they gain a spirit. When you cast a creature, you have to put a spirit onto it. So it's like, oh, it activates whenever whenever they're summoned. But then if you have an effect that lets you Nexus, you can put another spirit onto it and activate it again. You can also, there are some cards that let you Nexus your opponent's creatures, and if you remove the spirits from them, then they die. Is this Magic the Gathering? No, this is Elestrals. Sorlet, Carrion, Cockatrice, another Liar, Panzer, Nyxmira, Fallen Form. It cannot be targeted by Invoke Runes, basically normal spells. During your opponent's end phase, you must either send this to the Underworld or special ascend it into Nyxmira Risen Form from your hand, deck, or Underworld. So we got some kind of transformation things going on. He fall asleep and then he wake up. Bah. Oh, we haven't seen much Earth. He's so happy! Look at that guy! Titanostalk. Oh, is that Sisyphus? No. Drataya, escaped from Tartarus, yeah. You can discard an Ambrosia or a Golden Apple of Discord in order to draw 2 cards. Yeah, so, the original Drataya, I believe, was every time you activate Ambrosia, that card that heals you, you get to draw 2 cards. And the original one was the first card where someone came up with like a 3-card combo that would draw you your entire deck, and then you could burn your opponent in 1 turn. What's the Underworld? It's the graveyard, yeah. So again, the original Drataya had to be banned because you could do this infinite loop where it's like every time you heal, you draw, and then you draw and you get something that lets you get stuff out of the graveyard, so you heal again, and then you draw your entire deck. So they made this one where it's, you know, you still get to draw, but you have to discard the Ambrosia instead of activating it. Mimighoul Champion, another Breeze, another Liar, another Panzer, Pendulance, and a Water Spirit. More bears. There's bears at a campfire. Sluggle, Verituga, Torchin, Waspire, Glauby, Hestia's Hearth, and a Zaptor. Yeah, at the moment there's no banished or equivalent. There's just the underworld, which is the graveyard. Narpoon! You can Nexus water or ice. When Narpoon receives one or more ice, you can special ascend it to a Waylance from your hand or deck. Ah, okay. So basically what this says is if you have an ice deck and have something on some kind of face-up card that'll hold ice runes on it, or ice spirits, then you can transfer the ice from that to this, and then special summon an advanced form from your deck. Harpy, Elichick, another Sparkit, Bunnix, Javelin, Waylance, Griffuse, Spectrus, Champion of Artemis, can be special cast from your hand with Lunar if your opponent has at least one suppressed card. Yeah, Spectrus and the Lunar cards in general are like, they're all about suppression. They negate a bunch of effects. So this is like, if you previously negated something, now you can summon this for free. Suppression control one day, yeah. You'd be like, oh, there's a whole archetype based around negating? Is it any good? Nope. Nope, not really. Arachne, Titanostrike, Ankylostock, Charcoon. The Artemis deck is based on suppression. This is taking longer than I thought. It's been so long since I've opened up this many cards, chat. I'm out of practice. It doesn't help that this damn camera constantly is like, I don't wanna focus. Pandasign, Shiverroar. Yeah, at this point we're just seeing what kind of shiny things we can get. Exaltus, Champion of Apollo. Solar, when an Elestral on your field is destroyed in battle, you can special cast this from your hand with Solar. This gets +3 if you foretold this turn. Interesting. I don't think, at least so far, there's nothing. Again, foretell is kind of like excavate. There's nothing that lets you foretell on your opponent's turn. So this would be something like you foretell, you add this, then you crash something into your opponent's card, you summon this as a special summon, and then it goes to +3, so you've got a 6 attacker this turn. Not sure if worth, probably not. But battle tricks are a fun thing. Another Drataya, another Rumacole, another Bear, another Anvil. Zeus's Call. What's he calling? Earth is very underrepresented. Earth Nexus was in the first set, I believe, the strongest deck. So if you want Earth stuff, it's all in the first set. This new set is focusing on Lunar, Solar, Fire, and Water mostly, it looks like. Ooh, Solar Charged. Shiny as heck. Enchant Solar from your underworld to an Elestral on the field. That doesn't seem particularly good. It cost 1. I guess it does put a free thing on a thing. If you have something that, like, gains an effect when it gains a Solar, maybe that'll be worth it. Nemastar, Folio, Reforged, Tybear. Happy Partnerversary, yeah. I think we've seen most of the good stuff, so we'll just stop if we get something shiny. What card game is this? Elestrals. Yeah, also thanks to everyone doing the partnerversary. I think I've told this story before. It's actually kind of funny, though. Because, my partnerversary is in... Ooh, shiny Hermes. 1 second. When you cast this, you can enchant up to 3 wind to it. You can disenchant 2 wind in order to search your deck for a wind Elestral and send it to the underworld. So, Foolish Burial, these divine runes, they're all kind of similar. They're basically like continuous spells where you can put a whole bunch of spirits on them. Obviously, that's costing you a bunch of life, but then they become a Nexus Bank. In addition to having this effect where you can Foolish Burial a monster, you also just have this card sitting here with like 3 wind on it. So if you have an effect that like nexuses a wind from one card to another card, you can take them off of the Hermes that's already used its effect. Potentially. Smash or pass Elestrals. I pass on all of them. They're like monsters. But yeah, it's funny because my channel of my YouTube channel anniversary is actually in August. Although I'm getting notifications for it now because I started the channel in July. Like I signed up and changed its name to like Hardleg Gaming in July, and then it took me like a month to actually put out a video. So technically my my anniversary is this month. But I didn't actually put out a video until next month. All those cards. Discount Card Warehouse. And apparently my Twitch anniversary is right around the same time, or at least my... what did they call it? Partnerversary? But it's funny because it shouldn't be around this time. I think it was, it was like February. Ooh, Big Zeus. Shiny ass. Happy partnerversary, yeah. In Europe, it's already August. But yeah, because what was it? It was around the time that Master Duel came out, because that's when before Master Duel, I had trouble keeping more than like 30 viewers. And in order to get partner, you have to have an average of at least 70. And then Master Duel came out, and it just blew everything up. We just got, like, amazing amount of views. I was consistently keeping, like, 100 people. We got it. So, like, I think Master Duel came out at the start of January, and then by February, I was, like, ready for partner. And so they sent me a thing, and they're like, would you like to apply for partner? You're now eligible. And I said, yeah. And they're like, okay, it'll take us like 1 or 2 weeks in order to review your application, and then we'll let you know. And I promptly forgot about it. I just assumed, like, yeah, they'll send me a thing when they send it. And then I think it was around this time of that same year, like 6 months later, and I was on Twitter, and I think it was Stevie Blunder, who's like, what the hell, I sent in my application 4 weeks ago, and they still haven't gotten back to me. And I was just like, yeah, you know, they say 2 or 3 weeks, but I sent mine in 6 months ago, and they ain't sent anything to me. And then I was like, actually, I should probably look back into that. So I went back to the email, and I followed their process. They're like, if you don't hear back, send a thing here. And when I clicked on it, they were like, before you send a thing asking us where your application is, make sure you check your spam filter, because sometimes it gets caught there. So, ooh, shiny Hestia. So I checked my spam filter, and it turns out about 4 days after I applied for partner, they accepted it. But it got caught in the spam filter, so I didn't get notified of that email, and I didn't care enough about getting partner to go check it out. So I just clicked yes, and it was like all automated. So they're like, congratulations, now you're partner. All you had to do was press the accept button. So then I got to go, never mind, I don't know why yours is 4 weeks late. Mine took 4 days, and I just got a partner now. Yay me. So that's why my partnerversary is at the end of July. Not because I got partner in July, but because I didn't know until July. I tried playing on Elestrals Clash, but I couldn't make a deck worth a dang. The cards felt really inconsistent. There's, I forget what it's called. Is it elestralsdeck.com? The thing is, right, they don't have all the cards from Elestrals in Clash. They focused on making sure that the people who play competitively can use it to test. So they only put in the cards right now that have like a 5%, more than 5% play rate in the top tournaments. Top Elestrals. Elestrals Ladder Climb? Yeah, maybe. One second. Let me get the exact article for you. If it'll load. Here we go. Okay. If you're interested what to play, there's a list of like 6 or 7 decks that get any one of those and you should be golden. And that's the only unfortunate thing about Elestrals is that like at least the Clash client is that because they focused on only the meta stuff, there's a whole bunch of cards missing, and there's not really, you can't play Rogue, you can't really play like Jank, you can't really make your own deck. It's designed so that you can make these 6 like competitive decks. You couldn't masochist, no. You couldn't masochist anyway unless you came up with like, if there was like a YGO Pro deck thing where you could randomly pick Elestrals, then I could do it. But one of the great things about Elestrals Clash is that you do not have to open packs to get cards. You just get all the cards from the start. In fact, they make a neat joke about that when you do the tutorial. Zeus does the tutorial, and he's like, congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. Here, have this pack and get some free cards on us. And you open the pack, and it contains 3 copies of every card in the game. Like, whoops, that one had everything in it. Oh well, just keep them, you'll be fine. So yeah, there is no, like, you can't do a masochist there because there is no random packs. You just get all the cards. It's like YGO Pro. Or Dev Pro, or Dueling Book. Ooh, oh, we got the Risen form to match the Sleepy form. You can expend a solar in order to target and destroy a face-down rune. During your end phase, you must either send this to the Underworld and special send it to Fallen form. Send it to the Underworld or special ascend it to Fallen form. Ah. So they keep going back and forth. You either have to send it to the graveyard or get the other one. Edo Pro has held up quite well as a simulator. I still want to get, there's that one that like just basically takes all the assets from Master Duel, and it looks just kind of like a slightly jankier, slightly off version of Master Duel. Come on, focus. There we go. Viserys. MD Pro 3, yeah. Now stay focused. Master Duel, is that what people call it? Ooh. I don't think I've seen that specific type of foiling. Wait, is this one of those stellars that I've heard so much about? Yeah, I think this is a stellar. You could tell because it's got that little, like, star symbol, the two stars, like, circling each other. Yeah, the stellars are the ones that are worth, like, a lot. Oh, yeah, it's got the little stellar up there. The stellars are not only have a special rarity, but they also have art, alternate art from the original ones. Stellar Luck Raid. Welcome, Ian. How are you doing today? What number is that? Oh, yeah, it's the numbered 62 of 99. Yeah. So it's what I was telling about earlier. I was hoping we'd get something like this. So, Elestrals, all the cards are printed at common. So if you want to play competitively, every card, I think the highest you'll get is like $4. But in order to make up for that and keep like collectors interested and keep box openers interested, they go crazy with like the alt arts and the special arts, the full arts. Those are exceptionally rare. And the highest rare things are these stellars. Because in this case, there's only 100 of them. There are exactly 99 of this card in the world, ever, and I have 62. They're numbered. So I'm going to put that aside. Because depending on how, you know, obviously the ones that are competitive, like the pro players will want to like deck out their decks. But they're like most serialized stellar cards are like $150 to like $400. Crazy pull. I didn't even read what it did. When one or more Elestrals become suppressed, or when a player plays a Elestral suppressed, the opponent must expend one. Okay, so it's tax. It's the negation tax card. If you get negated, or you summon a negated monster, you gotta like lose one life. If we ever get the negation burn strategy, that'll be really good. Yeah, I don't know if anyone knows how to look up the prices. Tell me what the Stellar Pandolence is actually worth. Parachne. It's like a parachute. If this Parachne can be normal cast if Arachne's lair. Okay, it's like the other one. So they have several of these that are just like, if you have Arachne's lair on the field, you can normal summon this without tributing. Artemis support next set. I'll give you $3 and a firm handshake. I don't like firm handshakes. I like sloppy, wet handshakes. Oh, 1 second. I'm getting a message. Am I just getting pinged? Oh. So, I've been hanging out on this other server, and I've met like a couple new friends. A couple new people I've been chatting with. And I had a very strange dream. I mentioned this earlier. I had a very strange dream last night. And I shared it with them because it happened to feature... Oh, hey, we got another Majursa. It happened to feature one of them. A guy named Nubby, who I've talked to quite a bit, but I've never seen him in real life because he's just one of those online friends. But we played in a tabletop game together. And it was like a very like professionally run tabletop game. We had like official art for all the characters. So in the dream, it was him, but he looked like his character because I don't know what he actually looks like. Come on, focus. Boo, whatever. You're getting blurry cards. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, so actually, let me read this out as I wrote it here. It's like, okay, so I had a dream I was hanging out with Nubby, except I don't know what Nubby looked like, so it was just Cadmus, but with Nubby's voice. And by hanging out, I mean that we were members of an underground resistant movement fighting against the fascist government. We had been on the move for several days, and we stopped to rest. Nubby took off his shoes to reveal that one of his socks was absolutely soaked with blood. And I was like, oh shit, we gotta get you to a doctor. And he was like, nah, it's fine. Excessive blood loss never hurt anybody. And I was gonna argue with that because that's like an insane thing to say. But before I could argue, he just kind of like reached down and really squeezed his thigh, and you could hear the blood squirting into his sock. And he did that until his sock was just like a water balloon of blood. And he took it off, and he tied it off at the end, and he was like, look, it's fine. I've got an improvised weapon. It's a blood sock flail. And he was like swinging it around. He's like, next guy who comes here, he's gonna get a face full of blood sock. And then he proceeded to sing the knife fight song, but with it's like, blood sock, I'm gonna fight with the sock, blood sock, cause I've been bleeding a lot, blood sock, a really bloody ass, soggy ass sock, yeah, blood sock, I'm a crazy son of a bitch and I'ma smack you, squish squish with the blood sock, blood sock, blood sock. And then I woke up. I woke up with the blood sock song ringing in my head. And so I got a notification. I was like, oh, what's going on? And it was Nubby, who happened to show up in chat and read that. He's just like, what the fuck? I have vivid dreams, but they aren't nearly as well. I've created so many songs in my dreams. I have like a bunch of files on my phone that are just like songs I came up with while I was dreaming. Oh hey, we got a shiny wind spirit. The songs that I came up with in my dreams and then like woke up and immediately recorded and I just don't have the like gumption or the equipment to like properly record them. But one of these days I can make a whole album just of songs from my dreams. I remember like whole lyrics and like bass lines and shit. It's crazy. Flame 'em off. I believe this is like somewhat meta relevant, isn't it? If your opponent's Elestrals gain -1 and -1 for each Nimbug and Charcoon in your underworld. You can destroy a folio forest on your field, and if you do, destroy all cards on the field except this Flamemoth. Ah, okay. So it's a high tier evolution that gains attack, or makes your opponents lose attack for everything in the underworld, all the smaller evolutions, and you can blow up the field spell to board wipe. I initially read it as Flame a Mammoth. Ah, Daedalus. Daedalus but good. And yeah, it's like, will that dream be any relevant? Does that do anything? I don't know. But as someone said, that just seems really metal. It seems really, like badass in an absolutely absurd, like death clock kind of way to fight with a sock full of blood. So, you know, feel free to use that in your D&D campaigns. If you want to write an over-the-top action movie story, make the blood sock into a real weapon. Sing the blood sock song. Make sure to register that stellar. Wait, they have a registry? Happy partnerversary. Happy partnerversary. There's got to be a meaning to this dream. No, dreams don't have any meaning. I learned that long ago. Again, I've had vivid dreams all my life. I've written like entire stories and plot lines and shit. And I used to have very vivid dreams about like future events. Where like through much of like middle school and high school, I was convinced like I was a seer and I had seen something and shit was going to happen. But all of my predictions involved me in my like 20s. And so once I got into my 30s, I realized all my dreams were bullshit, and they weren't coming true. And it was just the random firing of neurons in my brain. My own ability to make up stuff as a creative storyteller while I was asleep. And so now I put no stock in dreams anymore, ever. Low-key supernatural stuff, kind of fake. Yeah. And that's all the cards, by the way. That's everything we've got. And again, in addition to the Stellar Pandalince, which is getting set aside, and the Majesty, we'll give one more look at all the shinies we got. Did you put broth in them? Broth in what? Gotcha. Flamemoth. We got the Wind Spirits, Parachne, Nyxmira, Hestia, Zeus, Hermes, Solar Charged, Exaltus, Champion of Apollo, Spectrus, Champion of Artemis, the Fallen form of Nyxmira, Full Art oh, that's a good, I was like, oh, those two cards have the same or a similar effect. They have a similar effect because they are the same card. Very similar art, but you could tell they actually redrew it for the full art. It's not just a blown up version of the other one. Good stuff, good stuff. Pretty swanky swirlies, yeah. And then, all the commons! Discount common, I can't even, I guess I better hold them up like this. I got money cards, playable cards. Okay, whoops. And with that, the hand cam is off. What's the deck size limit? 40. It's exactly 40. It's not even like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can play over. You just have to play 40. I love having infinite piles of worthless things. Again, these aren't worthless because I bring my friends over and then I'm like, hey, you want to play decks? And then I have all these extra cards, and if any of my friends are ever like, I would love to show this to my other friends, I'd be like, take the bulk! Take it, have it! Yeah, and that's not even, again, they sent me, still got 2 structure decks, I still got stuff, but we still need to learn Mimighoul. So that's the Elestrals portion of the stream. Did we have any final questions, any final comments on Elestrals before we swap over to Yu-Gi-Oh? I will say, once again, Elestrals clash. Mimighoul is easy. First you, and then you are... just for some free content. Cool game, need to play, yeah. If you're curious about Elestrals at all, the free game just launched on Twitch. Elestrals Clash, it's called. Free to play, free to download. Gives you all the cards. You do not need to, like, gamble on packs. You can just build stuff. Here's a list of competitive decks if you want to check that out. The only monetization they have, again, it's like the packs themselves. The only way they monetize is with cosmetics. It's with shinies, it's with different fields, it's with sleeves, stuff like that. They're like, yeah, everyone should be able to play the game should be cheap, it should be easy, and then if you like it, if you actually enjoy the game, and you want to get stuff shiny and rare, then you can spend money on it. The tutorial can soft lock. They said they fixed that. When it's a little more updated. I will say, we had that stream on Tuesday, where I played for like 4 hours, and then later that night I was like, you know, I could play a couple more games offline. The games are like relatively short, and they're just not as stressful as like Yu-Gi-Oh games. If it weren't for the fact that I'm still trying to 100% Balatro, I'd probably be playing more of that offline. Oh, and I should say that if you do end up spending any amount of money on the cosmetics, if you buy gems or fields or whatever, they did give me a code, and the code is Hardleg. It's just Hardleg. They kept it so simple. Every other place, granted, I've only tried to get codes from like two other places, but they're always like, yeah, use HL20 1995. I'm like, can it just be Hardleg? And with Clash, they were like, yeah, you could just have Hardleg, all one word. But you put that in, and I will get 5% of whatever you spend. So if you want to help support the channel, get me a little something, consider doing that. The Mimighoul pack expires in 3 days. Yeah, I know. That's why we're pulling today. First, we're going to learn the deck. We're going to do a super fast Let's Learn. Oops. Oops. There we go. Hardleg. Yep. Got the weirdest stream bug. Stream kept going, but the audio suddenly started looping to pains. If you want to write a pains, if you pains, all the pain. Mimighoul Ninja is a thing. Neat. Okay. So we're going to read these real quick. We're going to do a mini Let's Learn, but we're going to do these fast. So we're not going to actually record it for the thing. We're just going to do this fast. We've got the field spell. Always start with the field spell. Mimighoul Dungeon. Mimighoul monsters you control that were not normal or special summoned this turn gain attack equal to their original defense. Not normal or special. So if you flip summoned it, then its attack is equal to its defense. So that makes this 4,000? No, 3,000. Like 21, 25, 21, 900, 200, 1,900. Okay. So it makes this into a 3,000 beater. Any player who controls a face-down monster cannot normal summoned monsters, nor declare attacks with monsters that were special summoned this turn. During your main phase, you can add one Mimighoul monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You only use this effect once per turn. Okay, so once per turn it searches. If I flip summon, I can get a big monster, and it's a floodgate. My opponent can't normal summon or declare an attack if they have a Mimighoul. And I assume we have ways to giving them... I'm pretty sure that's what we do, is we give them Mimighouls and then we flip them up. So let's go to our extra deck monsters. They're two. They're both rank 1s. We've got a 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so everything's a 1 except for this guy. Giant Mimighoul. 2 level 1s. Your non-Ixie Mimighoul monsters can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down monster. Welcome back, Ghost Tricks! I'd say we miss you, but we don't. They really just like, if your opponent controls a face-down monster, you could attack directly. Okay. You can only use each effect of Giant Mimighoul once per turn. If this card is Ixie summoned, you can add a Mimighoul card from your deck to your hand. You can detach one material, target a face-up card on the field. Oh no, sorry. Target face-up cards on the field up to the number of face-down monsters your opponent controls, destroy them. Inflict 1,000 damage for each card destroyed. Okay, so So for some reason they have most likely 1, maybe 2 face-down cards. I was trying to think, I was like, what if we use, like, Book of Eclipse to put everything face down? But then there would be no face-up cards, unless they had links. Then we could put some of them face down, and the other ones would get destroyed. Mostly seems good because it searches. So it's a searcher. Searches a Mimighoul card. Okay, good. And there's no card in here that's like crazy dungeon that helps Mimighouls but doesn't have Mimighoul in the name. The attack directly is potentially good. The removal is potentially good. It's also a 33 beater. Only if I flip summon it. This is absolutely going to be special summoned. Mimighoul Throne. Looks like a chest. Target 2 level 1 Mimi. Okay, so this is generic, but this is locked into Mimighoul specifically. Detach 1, special summon Mimighoul Master from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It also gets the attack boost on the next turn. Oh, okay. Not normal or special summon this turn. Gotcha. Assuming this is still around on the next turn, then yes. This isn't a quick effect or anything, though, so I don't see how this would survive. Okay. You can detach 1 material from this card, special summon Master from the hand, deck, or graveyard. During your main phase, quick effect, target 1 Master. Equip this card as an equip spell, gives it 1,000 attack. Then you can return cards from the field to the hand up to the number of materials this card has. Only use 1 throne. Okay. So if we end on this and a Master, most likely I'm going to detach to get the Master, so this will have 1 material. So if I end on this and Master, I have a non-targeting Compulse. That's a Spheres. Spheres pass. We're just as good as Dragon Link. Mimighoul Master. I guess we read this one because it's the highest level and it gets searched by the throne. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while your opponent controls any face-down monsters or you control Mimighoul monsters other than Master. Okay. So if I have this and this, they can't destroy this by battle. Or they can't destroy this by battle or card effects. And then if they try to destroy this, we can equip and bounce whatever they want. It's not... This has to be during the main phase, though. So they can bait it out and then continue to do stuff. Cannot target while you control Mimighoul other than Master. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, add 1 Mimighoul monster from your deck to your hand, except a copy of itself. During your opponent's main phase, change 1 face-down monster on the field to face-up attack or defense position. Okay. So we make Throne. Throne summons Master. Master gets us any of the cards. I'm sure we have some way to give our opponent the card. And then we can flip it up during the opponent's turn to disrupt them. What do these actually do? Flip. If it is the main phase, apply these effects in sequence. This turn, Mimighoul monsters can't be destroyed by battle. Give control of this card to your opponent. During the main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in face-down defense position. Or if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this face-up on your field. Okay. Gotcha. So I'm never setting this and then flipping it up. I'm special summoning it to my opponent's field. And then Master can flip it up. It says all Mimighouls can't be destroyed by battle, and then it goes to me because it's flipping on my opponent's field, and I'm my opponent's opponent. And then if I'm already going, if I have stuff and this is in hand, I can just special summon it. Dragon. Flip. If it is the main phase, apply these effects in sequence. Destroy all face-up monsters you control except for Mimighouls. Give control. Okay. So we give this to my opponent. Master flips it up on their turn, it destroys everything, and then it comes to my side. During your main phase, you could special summon this from your hand to your opponent's field in face-down defense. If this is normal or special summoned, add 1 Mimighoul spell trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, so I can normal summon it to get any spell trap, or I can put it on my opponent's field and use it as disruption. Okay, so that seems like a 3 of. Yeah, I believe I've seen this one more than the other ones. Again, I'm trying to remember because I've played this deck twice, but every time it's been like, they give me a dragon, and maybe they'll have like the master or something on the field, and I'm like, well, I'll just flip the dragon at the start of my turn. You flip it, it goes away, and now I'm no longer locked into normal summoning or anything, so then I just normal summon and go. Happy partnerversary, thank you once again. Yeah, like that's what I don't understand is like, this is a floodgate, but only if they couldn't flip Mimighoul dragon immediately and then just do stuff from there, right? Like, how is this disruption or a floodgate? Unless we got a card that says they can't flip summon. Cerberus. Flip. Real quick, just during your main phase, special summon this. You can only use once per turn. Your opponent cannot target face-up spells you control with card effects. Okay, so they aren't all the same. This one is free extension. This one normal summons to get something. This one is just protection. Okay, so flip. Banish the top 3 cards of your deck, then special summon one of those banished monsters to your opponent's field in defense position. Interesting. Doesn't seem very good. It doesn't have a good on-summon effect. It doesn't have good effect on the field. It doesn't have a good flip effect. I mean, I guess you could technically disrupt them, but probably not. Mimighoul Slime. Flip. Your opponent can special summon 1 Mimighoul from their deck to the field. Okay, so if I give this to my opponent, I flip it somehow, or they flip it, then I get like a dragon, I can search, I can go off, get stuff. During the main phase, you could special summon this from your hand to your opponent's field and face down. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon this face up. Interesting. So it's an extender, but only if you're going second? That doesn't seem great. I guess it's better than nothing. Well, actually, never mind. Because I just realized, if I have any other Mimighoul, I can summon it to their field, and then my opponent controls more monsters than me, so I can special summon this for free. Yeah, like, we're constantly giving our opponents monsters. Fairy. Flip. This turn, you cannot activate the effects of monsters special summoned from your hand. Okay, that doesn't really... That stops... That stops, like, 1 Malice card. During the main phase, you could special summon this to your opponent's field. If you control a Mimighoul, you could special summon this face up on... Okay, so it has the same thing as armor. So it's an extender. Flip. Your opponent draws 1 card. Apply these effects in sequence. Your opponent draws 1 card. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Give this to your opponent. Huh. So it doesn't disrupt them, but it does make them discard 1. They do get to choose. So it can potentially plus them, but it's still making them minus a card. During your main phase, you could special summon this to your opponent's field. If this is normal, a special summon, change 1 face-down monster to face-up attack position. Maybe that's a 3 of? It seems like pretty good. But it doesn't seem like something you want as like a starter. Oh, but it does mean that any other one we get So, like, if we open with this and any other Mimighoul, we could just, like, give the opponent the Mimighoul, summon this, and then even if this isn't, like, a good effect, you do get a second monster. Now you've got 2. Now you can do the thing. Oh, yeah, and the room is a 3 of because it searches everything. Yeah, it took me a second to realize that. I was like, it can't trigger the effects during the opponent's turn, but we don't necessarily need to do that. And actually, that kind of makes this a little bit better, because if you open with Archfiend and Cerberus, and you can do this on your turn going first, it's not bad, because then you may get an additional link material. So far, nothing locks you. I'll play a 1 of, why not? At least for now. Mimighoul Maker. I think this is it. I'm probably, like, looking at this, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I remember this with, like, a UR, so this is probably good. Reveal 2 flip monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon to their field, and you add the other to your hand. Wait. To their field, add the other to your hand, then you can special summon one Mimighoul from your hand. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can banish this from the graveyard. Song's a bit loud. Okay. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one face-down monster your opponent controls, change it face-up. You can only use one Maker effect per turn and only once that turn. Okay. So, it's randomly, but we're going to get one to our hand, summon the other one to our opponent's field. And then during the opponent's turn, if we don't have Master, we can, like, they summon something, they special summon something, we can Maker. Gotcha. Mimighoul Charm. Once per chain, during the main phase, if a Mimighoul monster your opponent controls is flipped up, you can randomly choose one face-down card in their extra deck, and if it is a monster that can be special summon it to your field, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. If it wasn't, or couldn't be special summoned, banish that card. You can use this effect twice per turn? Ooh, that's funny. That's really funny. I don't think it's very good, but it is very funny. It's not quite as good as, like, Unicorn, because you don't get to choose. But 2 random cards, maybe get one to my field. That's neat. That's neat. I realize I put 2 Fork. These look very similar from afar. Yeah, and it's the field spell. Let's just get... That's only a monster. Monster. I thought there was something that gave us a Mimighoul card. Oh, it's the Throne. Gotcha. So it is searchable with Throne. We probably want to play 2 of the Throne. Oh, it's Giant? I mean, we'll probably play 2 of each. Oh yeah, and this gets any spell trap. Okay. So, it's Mimighoul Fork. I like the art on this one for some reason. It's just very satisfying. I like all the straight lines and angles and bricks. Target one face-down monster your opponent controls. Your opponent chooses one of the following effects, and you apply that effect. Change it to face-up attack or defense position. Send it to the graveyard. Then its owner draws 2 cards. You can banish this from your graveyard to add Mimighoul Fork from your deck to your hand. Huh. That doesn't seem good because the opponent chooses. It's either like... How wacky. It's either like, give me 2 cards or give me the monster. And then it just searches another copy of itself. I don't think it's probably worth playing. The thing is, if you're going to play it, you might as well play it at 3. Just go for the pluses. If it let you choose, that would be great. Mimighoul Room. Special summon 1 Mimighoul from your hand or deck to your field or in face-down defense position to your opponent's field. Then you can change 1 monster on the field to face-down defense position. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target any number of Mimighoul cards you control, return them to the hand. Huh. It's like Big Welcome Labyrinth, but worse. Yeah, it doesn't bounce, it flips. It's probably worth playing, like, having a Book of Moon that summons something out of the deck is probably worth playing at 1 if you can search it. That's how you floodgate your opponent. Oh, they flip summon the monster, and then you special summon, and then they normal, and then you flip it, and then they... You could play Fork as a 2 of... If there was some card that, like, recycled Mimighouls, then 2 of Fork would be great. Yeah, and then I know I saw people say this, and I probably... Again, just seems really fun. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you if you could? I mean, you're going to be summoning stuff to your opponent's field, they activate the effect, and you'll be like, did you activate a monster effect? I'm going to triple Tactics Talent. Okay, so I think I understand what we're doing here. Normally I would try to build a deck, yada yada. Weird. But we're not going to do that today. Hill Mad Larkin. HL Mad Larkin? Either way. Thanks for being awesome. Found the Paleo song for the first time and it whips all sorts of ass. I'm glad you enjoy it. You may be sad to hear though, it was made with AI. Sadly, AI song does kind of whip ass. But is still AI. Triple Threat Thunders. Yeah, that's why I haven't made more of them. Karibo Triple. Pseudo FTK. Okay. So yeah, now we're going to do the thing where we look up a bunch of deck lists. I'm going to try to keep this shorter than usual since we had the opening thing. As always, if you're watching this on YouTube, I don't re-upload other people, like me reacting to other people's videos. So you get this part cut out of the video. So we'll be back when I'm done. And with that, chat, I think we got a good enough idea. We got a good enough idea to build. In fact, let's go ahead. We can finally swap over, which we probably should have done a while ago since we were working on Master Duel. Where's the creator dashboard? Stream Manager. We're no longer just chatting. We are now just Master Dueling. $1,000 people watching Master Duel at the moment, chat. Now, 1,100! Did you feel it when we swapped over categories, chat? Regarding the last season. Yeah, it's the same as the previous season. Yeah, we got the version update. It added a couple things, but it also was like 10 gigabytes of data for some reason. When cards can't be activated, you'll now see icons to indicate their status. New display for cards in your hand or card list. And some new visuals. I thought my SSD failed. They put a crypto miner on your computer. That's just the way of the world these days. Oops. Okay, so let's start by creating a new deck. I'm just going to call it Mimighoul Pure. And if we're going to play Pure, we just got like 1 armor, 1 of these, 1 slime, 3 dungeon. I guess we do 3 room, 1 of these. I've got a Royal Gigante. I need 3 of these, 1 of these, 3 of these. And we're going to play the 1 charm because it's funny. And then from there, it's like... Gotta put in the Master Duel attacks. If you decide to play Port, yeah, we know. I've decided not to play Fork. I think it's funnier. Imperm. Looks cheap. I mean, for me, yeah. Because I already have most of the stuff I need. I need 3 URs. Easy peasy. And then I guess we do... Daruma. We don't play Cerberus? No. We will go ahead... play a second one of her. Cerberus is pretty bad. Lancia, not yet, because we're going to be starting in low diamond. We got 1 more. We got room for 1 more. I guess we do just put the Fua. We have 1 for cross out. We have that. And then... Well, first of all, let's put the music back on. I forgot about that. Fua into Lilos. What was it? Embodiment of crime or punishment. Yeah, a lot of people were playing 1 of this. We play Bird. We play Other Bird. We play Zeus. Play Typhon. We play IP. We play SP. They play 2 giant, sure. Two of each, why not? Downerd. Don't forget Moon for the main combo. Unlikely, but sure. Anima, sure. I guess we got number 1s. Here's the peeps list. Ah. Maybe. I don't know. I do like ninjas. It just doesn't feel like it would work in Master Duel. Not in this format. Not at this juncture. I feel like it would be pretty good to try. I feel like it would almost... It has to go first, yeah. Oh, whoops. Copy deck. I guess we call this Mimighoul, but serious. The trap, yeah. What's the one we played 2 of? Throne or Giant? Agamemnon is a good card. Okay. We also got to take out, like, one of these. Take out this. Take out this. Or maybe we just go down. Yep, inevitably we'll get there, chat. Inevitably we'll find a way, but not yet. Mimighoul. Oh yeah, goddess. Nightingale is better at making Zeus because it can attack directly. Usually you're doing it when you're going second, though. So you want something that can't be, like, destroyed. Okay. Okay. One each of those. We get rid of this. We get rid of this. I don't know, maybe we just play like 45 to be funny because we got a lot of stuff we don't really want to draw. Well, 44. Because now we've got more go second stuff. Okay. And then throw like 2 Entis in there. Is it really just Lulu? Yeah. Lulu Willith. Oh, I guess we can... Where's punishment? There we go. Hello, everyone. What's it called? That bird that lets you draw a card? And there's also that level 6 synchro that lets you bounce something. Garou. And there's also Mirage Aggregator. And, oh, I don't have a Malong yet. Interesting. Yeah, so if this is sent to the graveyard, it pops a card. If this is sent to the graveyard, I draw a card. If this is sent to the graveyard, I can bounce a face-up card. If Aggregator is sent to the graveyard, you can negate a card. Bucephalos. I believe that's a little too high roll, isn't it? If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one Beast Warrior or Winged Beast from your extra deck to the graveyard. I have the wrong ritual spell. You must also tribute from your hand or field and or banish fusion or synchros from your graveyard. Tribute hand field whose levels, or send one monster from your extra to the graveyard whose levels equal. Okay, yeah. Happy partnerversary. Well, thank you very much. It sends Garua. Yeah, but why would we want another card to send Garua when we can just send Garua by itself? It's a high attack. I feel like we already have, like, high attack stuff we could send. But I have it, so I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, we could also play Ultimate Slayer if we want more Go Second stuff. I don't think I have one. No, I don't have a single copy. Well, we got some stuff. Okay. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start on Mimighoul Pure to see if we could just teach people the deck. Do what the deck does on its own. Then, if that stops working, we play Mimigod, which is the Dogmatica Mimighoul deck that's all about ripping everything out of the opponent's extra deck and having a fun time while doing it. And then if that doesn't work, we've got Mimighoul, but serious, where we put the Fiendsmith package in. It's just the Fiendsmith package. We're doing Fiendsmith stuff. Why are we playing Dogmatica with Mimighoul? Because it's funny. So the big synergy, or the only real synergy with this, is Dogmatica Matrix. Says, when it's activated, add a ritual monster or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Then, if your opponent controls a monster, add a Dogmatica card from your deck to your hand. So, if you activate any of the Mimighouls and put something on their side of the field, then this gets you the ritual spell and Albazoa. Albazoa, at least in Malice format, I think is a really good anti-meta card. 4,000, 4,000. Dogmaticas you control are unaffected by fusion, synchros, ixies, and links. During your main phase, make your opponent choose and apply one of these effects. For every 2 cards in your extra deck, send 1 card from your hand or extra deck to the graveyard. Return all fusion, synchro, ixie, and links you control to the extra deck. So on turn 1, what we do, right, is we Mimighoul, and then if we have this, we activate it. If we have Nadir's Servant, then we can use Nadir's Servant, grab Ecclesia, normal summon Ecclesia. If we've already done our Mimighoul combo and we have the Ixie, we could special summon her. And then we add Dogmatica Matrix. We do this. We get Albazoa, and Albazoa basically says, send 7 cards from your extra deck to the graveyard. And in the case of Malice specifically, that can be pretty brutal. Obviously, they still do some stuff. You could play more Nadir. I could. The reason I don't want to play more Nadir is because it locks me out of the extra deck, and I do need to go into the extra deck to do my plays. At least some of them. I don't need it for all of it, and I can always just do this first. So that's the key, is like, do the Mimighoul stuff first, and then do this. Thrust doesn't do much on 1 turn? Sure it does. Because, If your opponent controls a monster, you can add it to your hand instead. So, Mimighoul gives your opponent a monster, then you activate Thrust, then you get to add Nadir's Servant or Mimighoul Maker. You can't add that one. But yeah, you add Nadir's Servant or Mimighoul Maker or Triple Tactics Talent to your hand, and then you can do things. Or if we happen to get this and we mess up the combo or we do it wrong, we don't do anything, we could set Punishment. And so that's the plan with this, is like, yeah, the Mimighoul engine doesn't give you a whole bunch of disruption, but if we can take out half of their extra deck on turn 1 and then set up a little disruption, they probably won't have the resources to deal with all of it. This is also really good, like, going second, like, activating this gives us some stuff, activating this gives us some stuff. If they control a monster and we just have Matrix, like, they kind of have to negate this or stop it, because getting a 4,000 that makes them, like, bounce their whole field and is unaffected by all their extra deck cards is kind of brutal. I hate hand rip. Well, that's why we're not doing hand rip. We're doing extra deck rip. It's fundamentally different. So now we get more pack openings. Those who came earlier and saw the Elestrals pack opening, now we get these pack openings. 3 days left. I cannot wait. I must do it today. Real quick. Need to save this as... let's see, in the Mr. Metal... Mimighoul time codes. Ten packs. 1,000 gems have been spent, Chad. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought there was more shiny. I mean, there's still at least 2 ultra rares. Usually 3, because almost always the last one has a 3rd ultra rare. Unfortunately, I am simply unlucky. Have any of you read Misk Chat? The new pack is on Monday. I don't know. Maybe? No, they haven't announced it yet. Usually they announce it a few days beforehand. Hello, Phoenix. A silly goose in this economy? A 3rd one. Yeah, we can't confirm it because it's links. But it looks like, leaks, I should say. But if the leaks are correct, it's Ryzeal, 6 Sam, and Speedroid. Another one. Nothing. And Mimighoul's, yep. That's why they didn't hit Malice. They're like, we're not hitting Malice, but the next pack has Mimighoul, so buy that. Except I can't imagine you would. Very funny. Another one. Beta Evolution Pill. Tribute 2 monsters from your hand or field, including a dinosaur. Special summon level 5 or higher from your deck or extra deck with an attack equal or higher than the total attack of those tributed monsters, and for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon except for dragons, dinosaurs, sea serpent. Huh. Interesting. So we got none of the cards we needed. Real quick, what are the cards we need, chat? I forgot what we were even, like, pulling to get. One maker, one master. Okay. That's all we need. We could craft it, but I'm already got so many gems that I don't have room for more gems. Can't we just play Meteoractors? No one even put that on the list this time. On the poll. Not a single patron was like, we should play Meteoractors. There's just no interest in it. They're so underrated. They're so good with Goblin Bikers. Hello again, Phoenix. Oh my god, I love Mimighoul Archfiend. I would die for Mimighoul Archfiend. The Mimighoul deck has changed my life. But your name is Melfi Queen. Clearly, you need to change your name. How would the Melfis know if you know, it's cheating if you don't break up with your ex before you start it with someone else. I want to see Mimighoul Queen on there. It's the Sky Striker copy pasta. I know. That's why I said it like Josh. He's a skeleton. He don't need a wife. Everyone needs a wife. Melfis and Mimighouls are friends. I don't think they even exist in the same universe. I don't think the Mimighouls have friends. I think they just play pranks on people all day. Okay. Oh? Mimighoul Maker! Mimighoul Maker! It's a Mistva. We're going until we get at least one. 3,000 gems. One day we will all be skeletons. I've heard that humans evolved from skeletons, actually, chat. Mimighoul Maker! It's my third Meteoractor. Starting to piss me off. Where's my maker? Its name is Master, isn't it? No, Maker and Master. Those are the two. Alright. Mimighoul Maker! At least I already have 3 of that. If humans evolved from skeletons. Why are there still skeletons? Checkmate, Ghost Tricks. Statistically, if your deck needs a card, you have a less chance of opening it. I really want to be excited. I want to say this is Mimighoul Maker, but I know it's not. They ain't going to give me Mimighoul Maker. They're going to give me Mimighoul Master. But at least we got one, you know. One is pretty cool. Let's do one more pack, chat, for the road. Fuck. They heard me say one more, and they're like, let's not give them any ultra rares. Okay, we got an ultra rare. And that's great, because it's Mimighoul Maker! Fucking Ryuge Rising. One more. Glacius, thank you for the $10. Was that donating for one more pack of 10 after this? Do you want me to go up to 5,000 gems spent? I spent 4,000 so far. All we need is the Mimighoul Maker. Yep, okay, I guess we're doing one more. Ah! Why are you gay? They eat the poo-poo, chat. Hoo, ha, he, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. 2 Mimighouls. Three Mimighouls. What? 4 Mimighouls. All right, we're gonna get the Maker. Thanks to the $10 donation from Glacius, we will be going again. Another Phoenix. There's a Book of Moon and or Book of Taiyu searcher. Interesting. Book Dragon. I would believe it. Kind of like the Dark Hole Dragon or the Smashing Ground Dragon. The Fissure Griffin. I'm just getting all the Phoenix. We also got Sol and Luna, which is either Book of Moon or Book of Taiyu, depending on which one you want. I feel like the gem prices are a bit too high. Absolutely. For digital goods that you have no right to actually own, any price is too high. The only reason I spend money on this game is because I make money making content for this game. If you do not, I would not recommend spending money on it. Yep, I knew that wasn't Mimighoul Maker. Now this one is Mimighoul Maker! Damn it, Mistva! See, in my head, I heard the M. I knew there was an M there. I was doing a cold reading like John Edwards. You remember John Edwards, right? He crossed over. And then I was like, there's no other card that has an M in it, and I forgot about fucking Mistva. I guess Materiactor Meltdown is also a UR that has M in it. It has 2 M's. Yup, we spent that extra 1,000, and we didn't get the maker. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You will Materiactor Meltdown for sure. Oh, hey. We also got a free, Tenpai. It is Tenpai, right? Yeah. Free Tenpai pack? Sure. 1 free pull. 1 free pull. 1 free pull. 1 free pull. What if Maker was in the first 4? For a second. But no. Didn't get a single Tenpai card. Okay. So I can finally get the gems out of my gift box. I had too many free gems, chat. I had more gems than I knew what to do with. We back up to 6,000. Yeah, put them in the deck, please. Okay, we're going to dismantle selected cards. They will be selected from the SRs and URs. I don't think I need 5 slime, chat. I don't need 4 Mistva. I don't need 8 fucking Crystron Phoenixes. They'll probably make me play this at some point. Damn, I was really hoping I had 3 of this. Or more than 3 of this, but I don't. You only need 2 Exegard if you play Materiactor. The Warzone, it doesn't look good shiny. 2 shiny Ishatos. Okay. Dismantle. And now we get the 1 maker. It better be royal rare. Son of a bitch. 1 dungeon. No royal. Royal dragon? Could I get a royal dragon, please? No royal. And that's it. That's it for this version of the deck. Let's see real quick. We need to get a Malong. Nothing. Not even a free pull. And 1 Agman Day. Agman Day! Alright. Oh, before I should have done this for... That's fine. Chat, now for the most important part of any kind of, any kind of ladder climb. What accessories do I use? Malong opens a pack, but I've already opened that pack. It didn't have the exclamation mark, so I don't get a free Did we not have that from Magical Musketeer? Agmonday wasn't released when we played Magical Musketeer. The chest. Looks like a briefcase, kind of. They have Mimighoul stuff. Do they now? I'm trying to think, chat. You know, part of me is like, oh, I only have 6 days. I better get this while I can. Is there any archetype in existence, either in the OCG or like coming out soon, that matches this in the slightest? Weather Painter? I don't think Weather Painter would. They made it for Sameko Saba. Did they? She hasn't even played Master Duel, unless there's a different Saba that I'm thinking about. You're talking about the fish that used to be a shark, right? Yummy? Why would Yummy be a beach parasol? None of these look like a dungeon, except for maybe Ritual Cage. But I think we're probably doing the Ghost Trick Mansion, right? White baking, because it's a skeleton. I feel like we do the treasure chest for the mate. Yeah, and the same thing, the swimming rings. It's like, well, I guess this works for water, but we already have stuff for water. Have you bought the mate base? I don't think so. Time Machine, Dragon Capture, Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. I mean, this does have a flip monster for the graveyard. So maybe this one? Fire, Wind, Earth. This is like Dogmatica? Yeah, and there's already a Dogmatica field. Yeah, I guess we go for this. And someone said there was a Mimighoul base, but I'm not seeing it. It was limited time only? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, this is good if I played Branded, but if I played Branded, there's already like 1,000 sleeves I could use. And I don't care about Clear Wings specifically. Dark, Full Armor, Ultimate, Black Wings, Perform a Pal, Never Ending Night, Fiendsmith, Instant Contact, Light and Darkness, Dragoon, Shadal, Ragnarika. I'm pretty sure these go by alphabetically, so if there was a Mimighoul one, we would have already seen it. We could do the Trap Tricks one, because the Mimighouls are also traps. They're trying to trick people. Or we could do the Ghost... Nah, probably not Ghost Tricks. Ash Blossom. Spooky. And it looks like there's not a Mimighoul icon. I do kind of like the spooky one. Yeah, there doesn't look to be a Mimighoul field. We could do the ghost trick one. The King's sarcophagus does kind of look like a treasure chest. Do I get the Malice successor? It's only good if I play Malice, right? It's only 1,500 for 10 packs, though. Wait, that's... Yeah, that's more expensive. Just to have it if we ever do play it. Sure, why not? If nothing else, we can always break it down if we've got extras. Yeah, we might also, you know, there's a chance they make some other, like, card-based... Something based on, like, cards. We play Arcana Knights or something. The Malice field spell is probably the closest to that. The Menacing Mantis. Haha! Ho ho! Nope, there are like enough people who pulled Malice. We don't want to give you any Malice cards. They said that with malice in their hearts. Guaranteed you are. Grand partisan of the revolution. I'll beat a zombie trooper on every day. We do all the things in the B-Trooper way. We be and we trooper, doing the stuff we say. Let's see. Do we need two Diabolantis? I feel like some of the bug combo decks use this a lot. I think just one. We'll see. And then everything else is fine. We could maybe break this down if we really wanted an SR, but... Login bonus. I'm like Henry Loggins. Okay. Yeah, I think we do this one just because it looks kind of like a, well, this looks kind of like treasure. A briefcase is like a treasure chest, chat. When did I get these? Rainbow Lucian. Live, oh yeah, the live twin bundle. Can't believe they got all the Duelist Cups and it's the same exact thing, just with a different fucking number on it. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, there's nothing that really fits. The only thing I could think of, chat, that might be funny is... What if... What if, in order to trick our opponent, we play all the Malice stuff that we just got? Since there's not really a Mimighoul field or Mimighoul sleeves, we can go in the Mimighoul way of our opponent and change our name to, like, #1 Malice fan and put all the, like, Malice sleeves and stuff. And then maybe if we're lucky, they'll just discard a Lancia as soon as our turn starts. We're doing the Martha fan thing again, yeah. #1 white binder fan. I do think we still got to do for the mansion. And then we bought this one. Wait, why can't I apply just this? Can we not do the individual field parts anymore? Did they change that or something? What's going... Why can't I... What's the point of having this if I can't apply it to the thing? The field part. Oh, how do I change the field part? The thing is, chat, there's not a button to, like, select field. It's apply set or details. No, it's not in here. Yeah, it's like on the deck itself. Oh, if you just press it, it changes it? Okay. Gotcha. There's... There should be one of these for, the new field spell, right? The whatchamacallit, the Malice one? Nope. Oh, okay. Weird. Get the Mimighoul? I don't know what you mean. I think I like that one, though. It's between these two. This seems more like the Ancient Temple. You know the Mimighoul Dragon base? No, I didn't know it was limited time. Oh yeah, we know which one we're doing. Treasure box. And I was going to say, if we're doing the treasure box, then being the diamond makes the most sense. But we did the diamond last month for Crystron's. You don't look like you're having a good time. So again, I think we do this to help feed into the whole Malice illusion. I just gotta find the Malice one. There we are. Forehead. Mimighoul sounds like a Pokemon? Yeah, kinda. We're pretending to be Malice. Yeah, we're playing one of those ghost tricks you might have heard so much about. And then this is just like a little trick, you know, this is like a hint that like, or are we? We got the question mark things going around it. Unfathomable. Link expert. Link challenger. Link practitioner. We've got all the links. Link God. Yeah, I think we get the ghost trick one. Certified Link expert. Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 In this town we call home, everyone sing to the pumpkin song. And there wasn't a Malice deck box too, was there? No, it doesn't look like it. So we're just sticking with the card case. Card case, Malice sleeves, Malice face. It's in the bundle? I got the bundle. Where's my damn electric car, Bruce? Second row from the bottom. I don't see what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm just crazy. It's okay, we all get a little crazy from time to time. Yeah, it comes with sleeves, it comes with a frame. Wait, how did I miss the frame? Oh wait, no, we're letting people know it's a Goofy. Okay. Number one Malice fan. No one Malices like we do. Oh, I never got the goal here. Sure. You changed your name? I've changed it before. Yeah, I don't really care what happens. Just get it. Just go. Just give me the thing. Yeah, fabled. Yeah, yada yada. Get out of here. Baby. I don't know. I don't want that. Oh, I gotta beat it with the loner. Sure, why not? I was gonna test out the new deck, but while I'm here, I might as well 100% the solo mode. Oh, rekindling. $2,100. That's a big man. We're just gonna set the poon. End our turn. Add an equip spell. Phoenix Gearblade. Damn, I'm taking all the damage. Do I have anything that actually does? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take this. Damn, they're just getting big. They're just being scary. Eternal Flame Vixen. Put a card in the graveyard! A monster! This lady ain't doing shit. Inferno! Do I have anything in the extra deck? Who would want a Synchro in the Synchro deck? Their dog has more attack than me. What can I link? Promethean Princess. Yeah. Use this. Get out this. What does this do? One of your banished fire monsters added to your hand. You cannot activate cards or effects with the same turn. Okay. Is that when it's summoned? No, it's just a when you can. Okay. So we make this. Then we Inferno by... I guess we banish this. Then we get that card back. We get it back. That monkey. Then we make the princess. Princess effect. I'm bringing back the fucking tuner because it gets an effect. Give me back all those life points you stole. Coward, fiend, life point thief. I guess I could go into Rising Flameman, but why would I want to? Oh yeah, that would give me some removal as well. Yeah, and then I can do the rekindling next time if I feel like it. Or I could rekindling now and get back 2 whole cards. No, I think I'm good. Let's go with this. What does this do again? Detach, gains 500 into your opponent's end phase. With this card with 2500 or more attack. Target 3 monsters in any graveyard and banish them. Okay, I guess we get rid of this then. You fucking what? My shit! Why would they give me a rekindling deck and give my opponent a deck that, like, banishes shit from the graveyard? That's so rude. No, come on! Flamevell Commando. And you have fucking that? Shit. That's a good card. Call a judge. Yeah, they're not allowed to play good cards. Okay, we're gonna try this. Don't they have a negate? Are they just not using it? Do they know what's up? Do they know? When a monster effect is activated. Okay. Rekindling! I'm summoning shit. My phone is going wild. It can't handle charging of this magnitude. Life points, life points, life points. I'm not even plugged in anymore. What are you still boopadoobs about? Stop that. My computer is freaking out, man. What in the Sam Hill is going on? I unplugged my phone. Oh, it's my flash drive? Which one of those is even plugged in? I thought I kept them unplugged unless I needed them. There we go. Hopefully it'll stop. It's playing music. Yeah, I guess we do this. Amblo Whale. We don't do Princess. Princess got banished. Okay, well, we cleared their biggest thing. Yeah, they gave them this trap card that just lets them banish a card from the graveyard every turn. So all of my graveyard effects are useless. Fuck, it took everything I had to out this. Transversor. Yeah, the problem is I don't have a way to get 3 monsters on board. I think we just wait. Oh, okay. Oh, but wait, they just use... Oh, it's in the battle phase. Thanks for that, chat. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I don't want to draw this. I can't be destroyed while I point to cards. Unfortunately, they could just attack again and destroy it. My only hope is they go for the lower attack thing and don't activate the effect, but I mean, at least they didn't activate the effect or summon that first, but... Let's see, I could summon a level 6... It seems this deck has Protoss. Good to know. That don't help me now. Urquasis does have an animation for some reason. All I gotta do is draw Protoss, I guess, chat. Why aren't you attacking? The fuck is going on? Oh, there we go. Hi. Hi. Wait, did it already get banished? Oh, okay. GG, yeah, I guess so. Send another pyro. Inflicts damage, okay. Is that fucking Iron Blacksmith Kosetsu? How's this deck? Awful. Unless you're talking about Mimighoul. We haven't tried that yet. A GG, I suppose. They had me on the ropes. They just stopped attacking for some reason. I wonder if they programmed the AI to go easy on people. That is a pretty cool looking base, chat, if we ever do a fire deck. Can we play this deck next month? No. Oh, is that Agnimal Candle? Versus Volcanics? Normal summon. Special summon. What does this do? It's a poplar. Okay, so it's just a poplar. And we drew it, so it's useless. Sure. Extra damage. Fire Dog. why did they send another shell? They already had a shell. Now they just have 2 shells and they can't search the shell. Get out of here, Agnimal Candle. Get out of here, Agnimal Candle. Not quite an OTK, but it's close. Oh. Sure. I didn't know that was there. But if it is there, I mean, why not? Flame Veil counter. Why would you put that in a deck that has a bunch of non-200 defense monsters? Yeah, we have to negate that, otherwise they can just blow us up. Oh yeah, I forgot. We summoned Bar on the floor, chat. Oh. Fuck. They big. Okay, we summoned Bar on the floor. Wait. Hold. Ah, I see. I'm pretty sure Promethean Princess can't summon back the Emperor because it needs to be, it's like a Nomi monster. Well, thank the Lord they're dumb. If they had been smart, chat, we might be in trouble. Pop. Okay. Special summon this. We don't want to destroy this while they've got that in the graveyard, so let's just banish that out of there. I guess we send this. We got a level 6 or Quasus. Or we could get this. We could get that. We could summon back something. We can go up into... Oh, yeah. We could do the thing they did, but smartly. Blaze it. Why even go higher? This is just game, right? Unless they got Fire Mirror Force. fuck. They might have Fire Mirror Force. No, let's get the thing they had. Smart. 3,400! Do I want to summon this back? No. The chances that I'll get enough stuff to use it again are pretty small. Fuck, they have another one. Oh yeah, you could summon that from the graveyard. I completely forgot. It's been a while since I've played Volcanics. Ouch. In either graveyard. Huh. Two of them. Sisters! The Sisterhood of Battle! The traveling pants cannot be stopped! I didn't even know you could reborn from. I forgot it even did that. Maybe even lovers? We could be lovers. We can't do that. We could be lovers. And that's a fact. Happy partnerversary. Thank you, Vegan the Hedgehog. What a whiplash of a name. I don't even know what that song's from. I've only heard it in AMV Hell. Okay, now we finally get Mimighoul. I like your dapper hat. Will you be playing new synchros from next week's pack? Probably not. I'll be playing Mimighouls. I guess we start with Maker. I guess we go for Slime and Fiend, right? So they get Archfiend. We get Slime. Special summon the Dwagon. The Dwagon gets us a card. We're gonna get the trap from the thing, so we get Charm. It's charm time. Let's see. What does this do again? Special summon a Mimighoul from the deck. This one is... If you control a Mimighoul, you could special summon it. Archfiend is the one that, if this is normal or special summon, target one. Okay, so I think I get Archfiend, even though I'm about to get another Archfiend. Because Archfiend on Archfiend is, like, pretty good, right? So we flip this. And then we get to activate the charm. Laval Salamander? Sure. And then we'll give this to the opponent. Banish a fire from your graveyard. Do I have any fires? Earth? No. All earth. And then we get thrown, right? And we get... Yeah. We get the extender. Your side of the field. Then we make El Gigante. El Gigante gives us the trap. And then I guess we just, like, use these two and make IP. We don't really have any way to deal with spell traps, do we? Oh, wait, yeah, we can use this. Back. They play two. Fuck, I'm doomed. Yep. Oh, that's what you got? I am out for this stream. Have a good one. Have a good one. I don't have a way to flip these up, do I? Oh wait, no, I can get Archfiend back from my graveyard. I have the Flamevel deity now! Our synchro. How did this Mimighoul deck end up summoning more Flamevel Synchros than either of the two Flamevel decks I made, chat? Get that out of there. Because Flamevels suck. You made a Flamevel deck? No. I was just playing the solo mode. Alright, well, we can handedly beat the Flamevel solo mode, chat, so there's that. You know? That's what you can expect out of the deck. It's going to take a little bit... I already know I'm going to mess up. Because, it's entry time for the tryout duel. Oh, is it? Unlimited? I think I'll pass. But yeah, one of the things I really like in card design is when every card in the archetype shares the same effect. It really does make them feel like a theme. When, like Crystal Beast, they all do, like, one thing in common, and then they all have, like, their own unique effects. If they want to give every monster a completely different effect, that works too. I can memorize it, because then every card has, like, a role. What really fucks me up is when you have a bunch of cards, and they're like, every card does kind of the same thing. Like... They all have an effect that activates when they flip, and then it has two effects, and one of those is give it control, and the other one is do something else. And then they all kind of have an effect that either lets them be special summoned or is activated when they're summoned. Like, it's weird that you've got two of them. What is this one? If your opponent controls a monster, you could special summon this. You could special summon this to your field. If you control a Mimighoul, you could special summon this to your field. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can summon this to your field. It's the fact that we've got three that all they do is they have the effect that lets you special summon them from the hand. But one is if your opponent controls a monster, one is if your opponent controls more monsters, and one is if you control a Mimighoul monster. I know, I am certain, at one point I am going to be like, oh yeah, they've got 2 monsters, I'll add Fairy, and then I'll be like, why can't I activate Fairy's effect? That's the one that requires me to have a monster. Gosh dang it. Yeah, and then these two don't do that. These two both have when normal summoned do a thing. So they're all like kind of a little different. But they're all also kind of the same. I forgot Slime that he was even extender. Yeah, but there's a reason why it's like less used, because it's not a good extender, right? There's a reason why it's only at 1, because it only works if you've activated a Mimighoul from your hand and haven't done anything else. Pearly levels of strange complications, yeah. So for now, I am going to call it here. I'm going to get going. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. I hope you had a good, fun time. You know, we did a whole lot of different stuff, but I think we managed to get everything done that we wanted to. We built not just 1 Mimighoul deck, but 3 decks. And I still need to come up with a prop for it. I'm beginning to realize, as good as the like props are, one thing that a lot of the good thumbnails have in common, or the ones that are really successful, is that I'm wearing some other kind of hat. You know, the Sleepy Girl deck where I had the like old-timey hat worked, the Earth Machine where I had the construction hat. As iconic as the top hat is, it would be nice if I could come up with something for this. Like maybe a Mimighoul style crown would work. Maybe I'm the true Mimighoul master. You can be David from Jackie's Box, yeah. Mimighoul cosplay. Some kind of crown, either that or like, I was like, maybe I could tape like a little plastic treasure chest or a little plastic mimic to the top. But 1, that would be hard to balance, and 2, that would be hard to get in a thumbnail. A crown would be funny, yeah. I'll have to look and see if I can find like a cheap crown. Cheap crown that is like really big and elaborate like this. Just like absurd. So I'll be looking on that during the weekend. Tomorrow we will be doing another Master Duel challenge run. People seem to really like the like beating the SP challenge with only spells. So we're gonna try beating the SP challenge without summoning a monster. And you know, we might end up using burn, but I have a plan that doesn't use burn, and we're gonna try that first. White Castle Crave case. I don't think Burger King crown if you want to go cheap, possibly. I do need to save money. So yeah, we'll be doing that on Friday. On Saturday is the Patreon hangout. If you don't know, once a month I have a day where I spend like 8 hours just on the Discord, hanging out with the patrons. Sometimes we watch movies, most of the time we play games. We got a lot of party games, stuff like Jackbox. Sometimes we just duel, we play Mirror Masters. This time we might play Elestrals. Now that Elestrals is an open beta, anyone can play it. So there's a lot of options for stuff, and any patron can join, as long as you're at the $1 level or higher. So if you've been liking the stream, if you like the channel, and you can spare $1 a month to support, consider joining patreon.com/hardleggaming. Type it in the chat for you. There you go. Hopefully that link works. I didn't do the www or anything. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, consider that. I've been talking before how ad revenue is down. The ladder climbs aren't doing as well. I've been trying to get more by adding more bonus videos, changing up my content, trying new stuff. But if you like what I do and you would like to support me, try to make it a little bit easier for me to keep up what I've been doing, consider joining the Patreon. Again, even $1, I think I only get like 50 cents of it, but every little bit helps, you know. All the $1 patrons add up, and obviously if you've got more than $1, if you've got 2 or 5 or 10, you consider dropping that as well. And you get some neat rewards. Obviously the big one is just getting on the Discord. Any patron gets on the patrons only Discord. Nice little friendly community. We have a lot of events now. There's like a tournament running. People do Yu-Gi-Oh! Jeopardy from time to time. Something's better than nothing. Yeah, exactly. And of course, like I said, every month we do the Patreon hangout. So this Saturday we'll be doing that. I'll probably stream some of that on YouTube. I've been doing that lately as a way to kind of like advertise that I have a Patreon that you could consider joining. Whoa, $500. I mean, that would be neat. Every once in a while, I do get a Highlander who comes in. We've got my top tier. If you don't know, on Patreon, not only can you have different tiers for people to pledge with different rewards, but there's also you can put like a limit. So for example, the 75 tier is like you can request a video, and I limit that to just 10 patrons because on the off chance I get really, really popular, I'm not going to be able to make like 10 videos a month. It would be impossible. So I kind of limit that one. And then at the very top, I have one called the Highlander. It's $500. It has no reward, but there can only be one. So that's the Highlander tier. And surprisingly, I made that, and I've had people do it. You do actually get a little bit. I mean, obviously you get all the previous rewards or whatever. But there is a special role on the Discord for the Highlander, and for anyone who's ever been a Highlander. I think it's the only role that you, like, has a color that you can buy. There's like a $10 role, because the $10 patrons are the ones who decide what deck I play, and they need to be able to discuss and vote and everything. They have their own board on the Discord, but they aren't separated from everyone else. But like the 3 Highlanders, they've got their own color. Tikaboo, exactly. So yeah, that's the plan for this weekend. We'll be doing that, and I think that's about it. That's about all I got. Obviously, I've been working on Legend of Lefty. New chapter came out yesterday on Royal Road. We've got 1.5 more chapters to do, and then I can start working on recording the audiobook. Exciting times up ahead. For now, let's go raid someone, and I'm a little tired. We are the #1 Master Duel streamer, so thank you very much, chat. You know, I'm only here because you're here. Your existence is what allows me to have as many viewers as you exist.